Hera and Omega's Rebellion storyline theory, addressed by voice actor Vanessa Marshall. Longtime Star Wars voice actor Vanessa Marshall addressed whether Hera Syndulla and Omega could reunite for adventures set after the clone enlisted in the growing Rebel Alliance. Marshall's Twi'lek Rebel Alliance captain made her debut in Star Wars Rebels as the captain of the Ghost, as she and her crew stood against the Empire on the planet of Lothal. Hera's childhood was briefly explored in The Bad Batch, when the squad of rogue clone commandos took on a job aiding the resistance on Ryloth, bringing her into contact with the young clone Omega. As Marshall attended Star Wars Celebration Japan, Screen Rant's Molly Brizzle asked whether she could see new animated tales that reunited the Ghost's captain with an old friend on the horizon when sitting down with the star. Marshall stated that she was incredibly eager to dive into new adventures featuring Hera and Omega in the Rebellion, stating that she enjoyed exploring the events that helped shape Hera into the hero she became. Check out Marshall's response below. Brizzle: with The Bad Batch having just ended last year, right, and in The Bad Batch Season 1, we saw that Hera and Omega became really close friends. And at the end of The Bad Batch, Omega goes off to the Rebellion. So my theory is that we may see some stories in the future, maybe of Omega and Hera in the Rebellion together. I want to know your thoughts on that. Marshall: I would cry. That would be amazing. I think it's a great idea. I think you should call Dave Filoni and give him that golden nugget. Brizzle: listen, it all matches up. I've done the math. Marshall: really? Well, I hope you're correct. Lass, I do. That would be incredible. Their relationship was so sweet, and it was so much fun to discover just how much moxie and strength she had as a teen. Or was she quite shy and withholding? And then she sort of blossomed into this rebellion leader of sorts. And, discovering that with her was really sweet. So I like your idea. As seen in the final moments of the Bad Batch's series finale, a grown-up Omega decides to leave the sanctuary of her home in Pabu with her brothers to rejoin the fight against the Empire after Mon Mothma formally organizes the Rebel Alliance and issues a call for willing pilots to join their ranks. Within this period, Hera herself was leading the Phoenix Cell and eventually brought her group to the gathering rebel forces on Yavin 4 when the moon served as the movement's central base. As such, a reunion between the pair seems quite inevitable in canon. However, it is unclear what format this adventure could be depicted in, as the just-announced Maul Shadow Lord indicates that, for now at least, Star Wars Animation's main focus for its dedicated animated series will remain in the Dark Times era. However, the Tales of Anthology titles have allowed Lucasfilm to branch into lesser explored periods, such as the final few years before the invasion of Naboo and the rise of the New Republic. As such, a clone-focused title could depict Hera and Omega's rebellion careers while exploring clone lives in the Galactic Civil War. While predominantly focused on the missions of its titular squadron and the plight of the clones finding their place in a radically changed galaxy, The Bad Batch supplemented many other eras of the Star Wars timeline. This included the closure of several lingering The Clone Wars plot threads and depicting the earlier machinations of Palpatine's Final Order contingency that would be seen in the sequel trilogy. As such, the inclusion of several key Star Wars Rebels characters was a welcome surprise, exploring the actions that would shape them into who they were when the show started in 2014. Though she only appeared in 2 episodes, Hera's friendship with Omega became one of the most fondly remembered developments. Hera's experience with the Batch saw her take her first stand against the Empire and prove herself as a worthy pilot, while Omega's friendship with the Twi'lek would be one of the first friendships she formed following her time on Kamino. As such, even if it is only for a brief Star Wars adventure, many fans would be just as eager as Marshall is to see the pair reunite and share their tales.